Welcome to the instructional video for the George A. and Eliza Gardner Howard Foundation Fellowships. Full information about the Foundation and the Fellowships can be found at howard-foundation.brown.edu. If you are ready to apply for a fellowship and are navigating from our homepage, click the Apply button and scroll down to SurveyMonkey Application. You may also navigate to howardfoundation.smapply.org directly. The application portal homepage also includes basic instructions for the application process, eligibility requirements, frequently asked questions, and further definitions about the fields offered in this year's cycle at the top of the page. If this is your first time using SurveyMonkey Apply, you'll need to register to create a profile. This can be done using the button in the upper right-hand corner. And you'll supply your first and last name and email and create a password based on the minimum password requirements. You'll receive a confirmation email once you click Create Account. And once you've confirmed via email, you'll have a login that can be used for the site. Click the Login button to the left of the registration button at the top to begin. Once logged in, if you have had multiple roles in the past, you will select Applicant and then View Programs. This will list the upcoming and active programs for this year's cycle. There are 3 this year, and each has slightly different instructions for the tasks required, but the format is the same. We will use Writing for Performance as an example, but please closely read any further instructions in other categories that may pertain to audio or video work samples. When you are ready to begin, select the program you wish to apply for, click More, and then Apply. You'll be using your last name, dash your application title for your title. Once you click Create Application, you'll be taken to the task page. This will show the 5 required tasks and the 5 optional tasks, which can be completed in any order. If you'd like to preview the entire application without clicking into each task, you can click Preview at the top of the page and scroll through the entire application. Please be sure to click on Task Instructions if you want further information for each task. And then when you're ready to begin, go back to the application. The taskbar at the top will let you know how many of your required tasks you have completed. You will not be able to submit your application until all 5 required tasks are marked as complete. Begin by clicking the task you wish to start. You'll still see the other tasks on the side here. And you'll start with the application form. Your name should be pre-populated from the creation of your profile, and you'll like to select the field that you're applying in. You'll put the project title once again, though should your project title change before you submit your application, you can certainly change it here. You'll next include your professional status, whether you are applying as an independent artist, scholar, or writer, or from an institutional affiliation such as a college or university or other program. And enter your city, town, and state. This is mainly demographic and does not weigh heavily on the Foundation's decision-making process, more so just to measure our outreach. The eligibility criteria are outlined once again for your reference in answering the following question. We try to set guidelines for early mid-career by using your completion of formal studies as a reference point, but we realize trajectories sometimes don't match up with degrees. So we ask you to list the year that you completed your formal studies or the year that you began your professional artist career. If you do not strictly fall within these terms, but feel you qualify in the spirit of the requirements, or have had extenuating circumstances that have delayed your development in your career, you may click the second button, and you are given space to describe these circumstances. You are also presented with a question that allows you to provide links to professional websites, and you may link to up to 2. Our review panels will mainly look at your work samples in further tasks, but they may wish to reference your websites for further works and information. Once you've completed all fields on the application form, you'll check the blue Mark as Complete button. If there are fields that you failed to complete that were required, you will receive an error message. You can also review this form at any time, and if you need to reset it, click the 3 dots at the top and click Edit or Reset. The next required task is to upload a CV or resume of 2 pages. You'll need to click Attach File and upload a PDF file. If you need to change or update the file, you can remove it or edit it or preview it from the 3 dots. And then you'll click Mark as Complete. The next task is an optional task for uploading a writer's statement. Again, you will upload a test file. And mark as complete. You can preview or edit at any point using the 3 dots at the top. As you complete tasks, you'll see green check marks on the side. If you partially complete a task and save it for later, you will see that the circle is only half filled. Next, you will upload your project description. Instructions are provided above. The mark is complete. The next is an optional work sample from the proposed project, if should one exist. We accept proposals from any stage of development, so there may not be anything produced yet. But you can upload up to 10 written pages or 7 minutes of recording. You can link to a video or attach a file, whether it be a PDF or MP3 or MP4. Other files are accepted. If you have an issue uploading a file, please reach out to me at howard_foundation@brown.edu. Once you've uploaded a sample, if you choose to, you can mark this as complete, or you can skip that task altogether. Scroll down to the next task, which is uploading a sample of a major work. These have to be previously published or under contract to be published or performed. This may also be video footage, depending on which category you were applying in. You may upload multiple files. of shorter works, or one file that is the maximum sample allowable. I will test all sample files to make sure they are working before they are sent to the review panel. If you're uploading images, video, or audio, you may upload a separate file with a description of the date of the performance, performer, title of the work, and other pertinent information so that the viewer may have more background on the video or audio sample. Once you have all your files loaded, you can mark as complete. And if you need to edit or change any of them, you can do so from above. The final required task is to request 2 letters of recommendation. These are the instructions that will be sent to the recommenders. You'll need to provide your name and email address of the letter of recommendation writer, and you can provide a personal message to them if you like, and then send the request. If there is an issue with the email address, you will receive an error message. Otherwise, the request will be sent, and you will see the date that you requested it here. Should you need to resend or withdraw the request, you can do so from these 3 dots. Or if you need to change a letter, you can reset the task here. You will not be allowed to mark this task as complete until you have requested 2 letters of recommendation. So you'll need to click the button again. Once you've entered a second letter request, you can mark as complete. You'll now see that the required taskbar is complete, and you can submit your application at any time before the November 1st deadline. The deadline reads November 2nd, 4 a.m. to accommodate other time zones. But you may also complete the 3 other optional demographic and feedback tasks, such as your race and ethnicity, your gender identity, and provide us with any feedback. The review panel does not see any of these optional tasks at the bottom. It is purely to help with the outreach of the foundation and to improve the application interface. If you are happy with your application and have reviewed it, you can hit submit. It will ask you if you wish to review it one more time, which you can do by clicking this button. If not, you can hit submit. The first review stage will end at the end of January, and you will receive notification at that point if you are moving on to the next review stage. If you want to go back to your applications, you'll see your application here. You can view it, but can no longer edit it. If you have an issue after submitting your application, please email me at howard_foundation@brown.edu. If you need clarification on any instructions, you may contact me at the same address. We look forward to receiving your application.